do an update on the staffing situation I have going on at the moment, which is pure chaos. And yes, I'm back on the couch because I have one child vomiting and one child having constant seizures and saturation drops and insomnia. So I slept on the couch for the first time in ages last night. Blast from the past. Anyway, moving on. Currently, we have 3 beautiful staff that are basically full-time. They rotate their shifts. They vary from a day shift to an evening shift to a midday to evening shift and everything in between. Although Everly does have funding for 2 active overnights a week, we haven't had night shift since July of last year. I think I had 1 or 2 night shifts with another staff member that was doing shadow shifts, and then she opted not to work here anymore. 2 night shifts in 13 months. I mean, it's not bad odds instead of 2 a week. But there is a lot of things happening with our beautiful staff who I adore and have become like family. I'm going to have to use their initials so it doesn't get confusing. There's A. She has been with us for 10 months now, and she does 3 shifts a week, and she has gone on leave for a month to go traveling, which I'm so excited for her, and she really deserves the break. She works so hard, and she did give me 6 months notice, so I knew it was coming. It just happened so quickly. Her last shift was a week ago, and we gave her some little word searches and bits and pieces and a bon voyage card for her journeys, which Hazel's like, we got you a bonfire card. So she's not back till the first week of September, which is fine. Well, it's fine. Another one of our beautiful staff members, Kay, she has been with us for almost 3 years, literally over half of Everly's life at this point, and she is like my right arm. I didn't realize how much she does. She wrote a list of everything she does the other day, and our life would not function without her. She is so knowledgeable, she's so educated, she's so patient, she's all the things. She's also medically complex herself. And I've known since she started, she's known for a long time that she may need major surgery in the future. And unfortunately, her condition has worsened and the surgery has become urgent. She's been booked in for the end of this month, which means I have 2 staff out with a crossover of about 10 days with only 1 staff member. Totally not even what I care about. Kay's made plenty of jokes about, oh, well, I can just cancel it, or if you need me, it's all right, I can just reschedule. And I'm like, no, you can't, you need the surgery. Absolutely not. She really does, and she deserves the best quality of life, and it's going to be a big surgery, and she's going to be gone for 6 to 8 weeks. And I get so emotional. I love our staff. And I know she's nervous, and I know it's going to be a lot for her. So if there's any way I can help her, I absolutely will. And it's so strange. We see her 3 days a week, so to not have her here all of the time, and it's not even just to help with Everly, it's just she's become like family. I'll be checking in on her constantly. I'm probably calling her, having mentee bees, being like, Kay, when did you order this thing? Or Kay, how do I do this? But the main thing is that she is healthy and has the best quality of life possible, so she is going to be so dearly missed. The rest of this video I'm going to look like Rudolph now, because when I cry, everyone knows. I can't keep it a secret. So in 2.5 weeks, she will be gone for 6 to 8 weeks, and we had about 2 weeks notice that would be happening, and I was like, oh shit. I was already in the process of doing interviews because obviously I still need to have my surgery. At this point, I feel like I've interviewed about 10 people in the last 3 months. 5 of them have gotten through to like the shadow shift side of things. Said a few weeks ago, 1 decided at the first shadow shift it wasn't for her, which I appreciate so much. It saves funding, it saves time, and it saves effort. Another decided about 6 weeks in that it wasn't the right fit for her. I would much rather someone tell me that the job wasn't the right fit for them as opposed to pretending, so I appreciate and respect that very much. Interviewed 2 nurses, and they were meant to have shadow shifts last week but had to reschedule due to things going on, and then this week one of the nurses had to reschedule because Hazel spiked a fever and her poor son broke his arm, so that's been a little bit messy there. But the other nurse, T, she did a shadow shift last night, and she's very keen to see if we can make the flexibility and the rostering work, so she's going to do a few more shadow shifts and we'll go from there. But I also did something that I never do. I had one of the beautiful TikTok fam who is local to us reach out to me, and the email she sent me was phenomenal. And normally I am very hypervigilant about the girls and I's safety and about who I allow in our home. And her email, and we went back and forth for a few weeks. This was before Everly even had her urgent surgery. She'd sent the email. She was very patient. She was very understanding. And she may have the best name of all time. I'm just saying. But she has incredible flexibility. She's dealt with seizures before. It's not something that makes her nervous or anxious. She has done a few shadow shifts now, and she will be staying on permanently with us. She is fantastic. We also got our key worker who reached out from TikTok as well. And those little things make a difference. Obviously, people who see and watch our life constantly know what they're in for. So that really helps. As much as our staff become family in the long run, and I prefer it that way. I prefer it not to feel like a sterile environment, especially for the older 2 children. It's a process to get there, and the training alone is intensive, and there is a lot to know about Everly not just from a medical point of view, but from a ASD point of view, and from a personality point of view, and from a comorbidity point of view. There's so much to Everly. And so the last few weeks we have had a constant rotation of people doing shadow shifts. Our house has been like a revolving door of stuff. Whilst I'm grateful to have found staff that have even been potentially the right fit to go to shadow shifts, it is a lot to have someone in your house 24/7. And our staff have just become like part of the family, so it doesn't feel like a lot of work, you know, but training new people, it feels like a lot of work, and it's draining. I'm also then juggling physio and speech and OT and medical appointments and the other girl's appointment and all of those things on top of also trying to train someone. And then our poor other staff are constantly training someone on every shift that they have, or doing shadow shifts so that people can learn Everly. And then that brings me to our third staff member, who I know I skipped over. You're like, hang on, she only mentioned two. Our beautiful third staff member, who's been with us for a while now, she's actually expecting. She's going to have a little bubba. Before I post this, I'm going to triple check with her that it's okay that I post it, because I don't know if some people know that she works here and if I'm like spilling her secrets or something, because I had the privilege of being one of the first people she told. What an honour. But I also had the honour of finding out the gender of her baby first, so I could put it in a little envelope for her to take home and open with her partner. Like, that's how much our staff become like family. Honestly, when your work environment is such a high-stressed, high-paced place, or you're sitting around watching Everly on the iPad or building blocks because she's uncomfortable or dealing with meltdowns, like, you get really close to people really quickly. And it's a sobering reminder that at the end of the day, it's still a job for people, and even though they'll be in our life forever, absolutely no doubt, people move on and people grow and they change, and life changes. So it's been a lot to process that one of our staff members is gone for a month, and then now a second staff member is going to overlap that month, and then she's going to be gone until October at least. And then following that, we have 2 months before our other beautiful staff member goes on maternity leave. I miss them all already, but also a great opportunity that we've met new staff and been able to add to our team. And then hopefully in the November-December period, I'll be able to get my other surgery on my other arm. We'll move forward from there. Rostering has made my brain almost explode on multiple occasions. But another reality of being a medical mum and having support work. I still wouldn't change it for the world. I'm so grateful to have the help.